Hello everyone! In this video, we are gonna talk about team communication and coordination para sa mga virtual assistant. So, let's start. Ano ba tong team communication and coordination? From the word itself, no, self-explanatory na siya. It's a way to effectively manage and collaborate with your team. Kasi kahit sa anong business ka or kahit na anong type of VA yung papasukin mo, meron at merong team yan. Siguro, if sabihin natin small or micro business, konting team lang kayo. It's either you and the client and siguro may isa or dalawa kang kasama. But still, it's a team. Kahit nasabihin natin na ikaw at ang yung client lang yun. That's why it's very important na matutunan ito ng mga virtual assistant because we are doing it not physically, but through digital, virtually. We're doing it virtually. There's no physical contact, unlike those people who are working in corporate, na talagang nahahawakan nila, na notice nila kung ano yung mga body language nila, facial or micro expressions, ganon. So, sa atin, mas crucial ito. Kaya, napakahalaga na matutunan ang skill na to ng mga VA. And why do we need it? And the importance of learning about team coordination and team communication because number one, it ensures efficient workflow. Yes, imagine guys, if yung mga team sports, imagine if you're playing team sports like basketball, paano kayo mananalo if hindi kayo in sync ng mga ka-teammates mo? Yung isa papunta sa right, yung isa papunta sa left. Yung isa naman sa likod, isa forward. So, siya 'di ba, napakagulo. And we don't want that. We want unity and cooperation in sync para efficient yung workflow. Then, second, it minimizes misunderstanding and errors. This is so true kasi sa team, alam natin kung sino yung leader. 'Di ba? Sa isang team, merong leader, merong members. Kung walang team, kung hindi natin yun alam, baka lahat gustong maging leader. Baka lahat naman gustong maging member. So, no one will take responsibility. Meron din naman yung ibang team na lahat sila, na responsible sila. So, having a team and coordinating it, communicating with them effectively, you will specify kung ano talaga yung role mo. O ito lang yung jurisdiction mo, ito lang yung gagawin mo. O wag ka na makialam doon sa iba. Kasi minsan may mga team members na Jollibee, no? Na gusto nilang gawin yung work ng ibang tao or gusto nilang pakialaman yun. Pero kung effective yung team lead, communication and coordination, maiiwasan yun. And then third, it builds trust among team members and boosts productivity and client satisfaction. So most of you already have an experience working, no, in whatever role or position. And alam ko na alam ninyo kung gaano kaimportante yung unity ng isang team, yung coordination ng isang team. So basically, that's what we're gonna talk about more, lalo na sa pagiging VA. Okay. Now, ano ba yung mga skills na matututunan if alam mo tong gawin? First of all, you will learn how to establish clear communication channel. Ano ba yung gagamitin ninyong mga tools? Anong mga platforms yung gagamitin ninyo? Second, organization and leadership. Yes, madedevelop ito kasi lalo na kahit nasabihin natin hindi ikaw yung team lead, hindi ikaw yung leader ng team, but you will know how to organize your task, create structure, and systemize based sa way mo na productive ka sa paggawa ng task na yon or certain project na yon. So, isa yun sa mga matututunan. And itong leadership, guys, napaka-importante, lalo na if you are virtual assistant kasi gaya ng sabi ko kanina, may mga businesses, micro businesses, na ikaw pa lang or dalawa pa lang kayo sa team. So, the client is expecting you to take leadership sa paggawa or pag-initiate ng mga projects para mag-grow yung business. And eventually, ikaw yung malalagay sa, if the business grows, ikaw yung malalagay sa top management roles. So, expected na yun. Lalo na if maganda naman yung output ninyo. And then, third one is conflict resolution. Paano nyo i-problem solve, isosolve yung problem. Lalo na if magkaiba yung nationality ng teammates ninyo. Ma-experience nyo yun kasi freelancing is international work, 'di ba? International yung mga clients natin. So, expected din, international din yung mga workmates natin. So, tools, pinaka-common na ginagamit. Number one is Slack. Itong Skype and Zoom. You're familiar with them. And then WhatsApp. So, sa Slack and WhatsApp, for immediate type of messaging, quick response, just like Messenger, ganon. While Skype and Zoom is commonly used for team meetings. Okay, so that's the difference. But these are the most common tools na ginagamit. And in our training, in this video, we will focus on Slack. Because I believe na meron na kayong idea kung ano tong Skype and Zoom, paano sila gamitin, and WhatsApp. So, magfo-focus tayo sa Slack. Now, ano ba yung mga freelancing roles na pwede ninyong applyan once na alam nyo na tong gawin? You can apply for roles like team coordinator and remote team collaborator. Okay, let's talk about different types of communication skills. Kasi napag-usapan natin kanina na isa to sa pinaka-importanting skill na malaman ng isang VA, lalo na hindi mo naman nakikita yung mga kasama mo, yung mga teammates mo. First is written communication. So, written, meron tayong, dapat alam natin tong email etiquette. Kasi pinaka number one talaga to na always natin ginagamit, itong emails. So, dapat yung email mo, merong subject line, formal greeting and closing, gamitin natin yon. Itong KISS method, keep it short and simple. Huwag masyadong sobrang haba, guys. Yung sobrang habang email na nakakapagod. Alam nyo yung nag-type kayo sa chat GPT, tapos yung result is super haba. Huwag niyong i-copy lahat yun, guys. You can get an idea using ChatGPT, but make sure na it is human yung tone and natural yung tone. Hindi yung sobrang robotic and sobrang formal. May mga clients na sinasabi nila, oh, this person is using too much buzzwords. So, ayaw nila yon. May mga clients kasi na parang jologs lang din, no? Pero meron din mga clients na ayaw nila na super jologs. So, you have to learn to hit the right spot, the right balance between being formal and being jologs. Kaya, wag yung gumamit kayo ng mga words na thou, they, the, yung mga super luma na mga words, no? Kasi hindi na yun naiintindihan. And mostly, yung mga clients natin, alam naman nila yun. Yung i-upgrade natin yung language natin, modern din style. And of course, lastly, you have to proofread your email. Make sure na yung spelling, yung grammar. Second, yung formatting and style, lalo na sa mga reports and documents. May iba't iba din yun. May mga client gusto nila super simple lang because they don't care about the design. But, may ibang client din naman na gusto nila may at least presentable siya. Huwag yung super simple lang na parang basic Google Docs lang. Yung iba gusto nila na at least merong konting decoration. So, make sure na alam ninyo yung preference ng client ninyo kasi yung preference naman nila yung susundin natin. Minsan yung preference natin is hindi preference ng client. So, dapat alamin ninyo yon kung anong mas gusto nila. And itanongin nyo sila para clear. Don't assume, guys. Always make sure na you ask them first. And then third, messaging apps for quick and efficient communication. Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, WhatsApp, Slack, ito yung pinaka-common. Yes, Skype is also used for quick messaging, but most of the time talaga ito WhatsApp. And then, collaborative document tools, we have Google Docs and MS 365, Microsoft 365. So that's it for written communication. Let's go to verbal communication. So, ito yung mga tips. So, video conferencing platforms, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, ginagamit natin Zoom, Skype, Microsoft Teams para sa mga virtual meetings. And then, you have to be mindful of your choice of words. Gaya ng sabi ko, wag sobrang formal, wag din sobrang jologs. na parang sobrang street words na yung ginagamit natin na hindi na siya professional. Always remember na yung choices of words na ginagamit ninyo will reflect as sa profession, as you as a virtual professional. So magre-reflect yun sa inyo. So always be mindful about that. And kung hindi kayo sure, mas mabuti na mag-pause muna kayo, wag muna kayo magsalita, and then after the meeting, you can ask the client, is this what you're, what are, what do you mean by that? Pwede ninyo silang tanongin ng ganon. Did I get it right? Ganon. And then, limit filler words, pause instead. Pag sinabing filler words, yung, yeah, you know, guys, sa public speaking, because I work with a public speaker client before, isa talaga to sa in-advise niya. Some girls will intentionally use, yeah, mga ganon na words para to seem or to look cute or cool. Pero for professional speaking, make sure na i-limit ninyo yun, i-reduce ninyo yun. Instead, mag-pause na lang kayo instead na gumawa ng mga, okay, you know, iwasan natin yun as much as possible. Pero, since second language naman natin yung English, hindi naman talaga yun maiiwasan 100%, but make sure na, as I've said earlier, you can pause instead of creating sounds. Open nyo na lang yung mouth nyo, huwag kayong gumawa ng sound. Okay? I hope that's clear. And then, yung mga non-verbal communication. So, the significance of your, oh, sorry, non-verbal nga, bakit may tone dito? So, posture, body language, and facial expression. So, let's just remove that one. So, posture, yes, huwag kayong sobrang slouch kapag nag-video conference kayo, virtual meeting. Yung body language natin, wag kamot ng kamot, touch ng face, touch ng hair. So, be mindful kasi it's also work, 'di ba guys? Imagine kapag nasa office kayo, hindi naman siguro natin yung ginagawa, 'di ba? And yung mga facial expressions natin, we also have to be mindful about that. Secondly, yung background and lighting during virtual meetings. Kasi yun naman yung first na manonotice eh. Iwasan ninyo yung light na nasa likuran ninyo. For example, you're sitting like against the light na parang star witness kayo sa isang criminal case. Huwag ganun guys, no? Huwag ganun. As much as possible, yung light is dapat nasa harapan ninyo. And dapat yung background ninyo professional din. Mas better na plain lang yung background ninyo. Like, simple wall. Hindi na kailangan yung super ganda. If you want that, yes, I appreciate, I respect the effort. Pero, iwasan nyo talaga yung sobrang gulong background. Nako guys, I've worked with a lot of clients and managed teams. Meron akong story time. Meron akong kasama before. Ano, hindi pa siya kasama, interview. Interview pa lang yun. And I think his computer, yung likod nun is bed nila. Yung girlfriend niya yata, I think it's girlfriend kasi bata pa naman siya. So I don't think they're married. But if they are, it's still inappropriate na yung girlfriend na nasa likod na nakahiga, kasi gabi yung interview, she's wearing, of course, pantulog, yung parang 90s, ganun. At kitang-kita siya during the interview nung guy. So, iwasan ninyo yun, no? At saka, isa din, iwasan ninyo yung mga labahin, yung nakaumbok na mga labahin, yung sobrang gulo. Huwag ganun, guys. We have to be professional. Kahit na virtual assistant, or kahit na nasa virtual assistant tayo, make sure na maiwasan yun. Kasi it will affect you and your reputation as a VA. Kasi kung ganun yung gagawin ninyo, de, anong isipin ng mga kasama mo? Parang ano to siya, parang hindi respectable, 'di ba? So, let's avoid that. And then, third, emoticons and emojis for conveying emotion. Yeah, feel free to use that. As I've said, wag naman yung sobrang formal. And be mindful din sa paggamit ng mga emojis na may double meaning, no? Gaya ng mga talong, mga parang water, ganon. iwasan natin yun. Pwede tayong gumamit ng mga emojis na cute to express how we feel. But again, wag yung mga may double meaning. Lalo na yung double meaning regarding sa sexual matters. Ayaw natin yun. Okay, now we are going to learn how to use Slack. First step on using Slack, you need to sign up. So you have to go to this website, slack.com, and ito yung makikita ninyo first. You have an option to sign up with email or sign up directly with your Google account. So I will just use this one so it's easier and faster. Confirm. So once natapos na kayong mag-sign up, you have an option to create your own workspace. Pero kung yung ginagamit ninyong email is na-invite na sa ibang workspace from your client, existing na yung workspace. Yung workspace, guys, ibig sabihin yan, parang group message, group chat. Meron ng group chat, okay? Remember, yung workspace sa Slack is parang group chat. So, kung meron ng existing workspace or group chat yung client, dalawang option yung makikita ninyo dito. But as of now, since wala pa naman, first time naman na mag-sign in using this email, so makikita nyo dito, we couldn't find any existing workspaces for the said email. So, ang gagawin natin is we will create our own workspace. Gagawa tayo ng sarili nating group chat. So, we have to click this. Once na naklik na ninyo yon, ito yung lalabas na prompt. Lalagay natin yung name ng company or name ng team. Kasi again, this is group chat. So, ano yung name ng group chat? For this one, I will just write Mirab Enterprise kasi yun yung ginagamit ko na email for the sake of recording this tutorial. Click Next. And your name, kasi ito yung magiging admin ng GC, di ba? So, lalagay lang din natin na yung name is Mirab. You can choose to upload your own photo, but for me, okay na yan kasi for the sake of example naman. But for your own, you have to upload your own photo, yung formal ninyo na photo. Who else is on Mirab Enterprise team? Ito na yung time na pwede kayong mag-add ng co-worker, mag-add ng teammate. And you can write their email here, or you can copy the invite link and then send it to them. So for me, gusto kong i-invite. So for example, ito yun. So ito yung teammate. For example, yung Revista account. So I will just write the email, then set. Click next. So ito, what's your team working on right now? Budget or Q4 budget, Q4 budget, or autumn campaign. It's up to you what to name the project, but for me, I will just write, let's see if we have the option to click next. Okay, so maybe for me, I will just write campaign, holiday campaign. So for example, then click next. Alright. So, once na nalagay ninyo yun, automatic nagagawa yun siya ng channel. So, let's click Show Me Around. Ayan. Sa left side, makikita ninyo na may mga saving tools. Later, I will also explain that to you and how to use them. Add personal touch. You can choose kung anong color yung gusto ninyo. So, ayan. May multiple options. For me, as is. Wala na akong i-change dyan. And then, it all starts here. Ayan, huddle. So, once matapos kayo sa tour, basic tour na ginawa ni Slack, ito na yung makikita ninyo. Ayan. So, sa left side, makikita ninyo. By the way, guys, I forgot to tell you na we are using the browser version of Slack. You can also have the option to download Slack app on your desktop. Punta lang kayo sa Microsoft Play Store or sa phone ninyo, Google Play Store sa Android phone. Sa App Store naman, so if you're using Apple products. So this one, we are using the browser version, okay? So we can choose to star or bookmark this one. And then, let's write Mirab Slack. Up to you what name, kung anong name yung ilalagay ninyo. You can also just remove the name to save space. So on the left side, you have home, huddle, canvas, external. Now, home, basically, itong homepage. Pag sinabi namang huddle, means you can call anyone in the group. So that is the term huddle. It simply means call. Yung ginawa natin kanina na name, that is a channel. Yung channel, ibig sabihin, kakategorize natin yung mga chat based on the name of the channel. So for example, we have here holiday campaign. So we can write. Okay, so may mga suggested na messages here. So hello team, let's try to use that. Hello team. And ayan na, masasend na siya. And earlier, nag-send tayo ng invite sa Revista PH. Right? So ayan, lumabas na dito sa left side, pero offline kasi like round circle na gray lang, that means offline. And ikaw, makikita mo yan na naka-online if green. So this is how it looks like, yung email invite na sinend natin once na nag-invite tayo ng teammate doon sa Slack. So ito yung lalabas sa kanila. Email invite, join your team. Ayan. Kung i-click yan, assuming na ito yung teammate, join now. Ayan. Magpa-prompt din siya na ilagay yung name. So, Revista. Lagay lang natin yan. And then, continue. So, ito yung mangyayari if a client will invite you to join their team. Okay? So, ayan. Nagpa-prompt siya na i-open yung Slack app kasi meron akong downloaded na Slack app. But I will be using the browser para hindi mag-mess up or mag-mix yung account ko. Kasi yung account ko is ginagamit ko din for client purpose. So since I'm just recording this and same lang naman, so we will be using the browser. So, ayan, kita ninyo, dalawa na. Ito yung account ni Revista and ito yung account ni Merab. Same lang, di ba? So, ayan, sa account ni Revista, kita ninyo, ayan, Merab invited you. Kita ninyo na yung chat kanina. Okay, so let's go back dun sa Mirab na Slack, yung main admin. Example, if meron kayong gustong i-notify, all you have to do is click at and then choose their name. So, Mirab is you, kita mo yan, ikaw to. So, assuming na ito si Revista is teammate mo, click mo yung name niya. And then, itag mo siya at hi, how are you doing? For example. So, ganyan. Automatic, balik tayo doon kay Revista na Slack. Automatic, ayan. Lalabas din yun sa chat mo. And magna-notify din yun sa'yo. Ayan. Sa home, kita mo yung may number 1. Ayan. Magna-notify yun. So, I hope that it's clear on how to invite someone to join your Slack, to join your group chat sa Slack. Now, dito sa mga options, if may nagtag sa inyo, pwede kayong pumili ng reaction. Ayan. Gaya ng sa Facebook Messenger, di ba? Pwedeng iba't ibang icon. Click nyo lang tong react. Ayan. At lalabas na yung different icons na gusto ninyo. So, for example, ito yung gusto ninyong icon, nicely done. Ayan, automatic na din yung lalabas. And, for example, ang dami-dami ninyo sa team, and may certain chat siya na gusto mo lang replyan, all you have to do is hover your mouse dun sa chat, and then choose reply. And automatic gagawa yun ng thread. Kasi imagine niyo guys, if sobrang dami na niyan, sobrang daming chat. So, yun lang yung gusto mong topic na gustong i-discuss. So, gagawa siya automatic ng thread. So, that's how to use the chat part dito sa gitna, and how to react and make a thread. Dito sa baba, you have an option to format your writing, choose bold, italic, strike through, or maglagay ng link. Pwede din maglagay ng mga numbers, bullet points, okay? And then itong block quote, dun sa mga gumagamit ng code, pwede silang maglagay ng code, and then code block, pwede din yun. Now, dito sa baba, it's the same thing. Pwede kayong gumamit ng emoji, itong hide formatting, kung ayaw nyo lang, simple lang yung gusto ninyo, and itong mention someone. You can also choose to record a video clip, a short video clip, to record an audio clip. And most importantly, you have an option dito to attach a file. Okay, so to attach a file, you just have to click that plus sign button. Same sa Gmail. Ayan. Upload from your computer, and then once you click that, you choose the file that you want to send. So that's it for the chat box part. On the left side, dito naman tayo sa channels. So sa channels, dito natin kinakategorize yung chat. Unlike sa Facebook Messenger na mix and match na yung lahat ng chat na yun, scroll back, scroll down ka pa. Dito sa Slack, we can categorize every chat depending sa channel. So for example, we have the campaign, right? For marketing, holiday campaign, random, pwede din general. Pwede tayong maglagay din dito, create new channel, maglagay tayo ng marketing. You have the option to choose public or private. Pag sinabing public, lahat ng nasa workspace or sa group chat, mababasa nila yon. Pag sinabing private, kung sino lang yung in-invite mo doon, sila yung makakita ng chat. Okay? So, let's try to create public first. So, marketing. Ayan, you have add all members or add specific people. Yun sa specific people, if private, ayan, nawala na. Only admins can see the setting. So, since it's public, add all members. Okay? Now, paano mo malalaman if private or public yung channel? Well, let's try to create another one. Create new channel. Click the plus button. Create new channel. And then, let's try to, for example, ito. Payroll na lang. Payroll. Ayan, payroll. And then, let's choose private kasi nga, konti lang yung dapat makakaalam doon sa payroll. Like, dapat nasa payroll team lang. Private. Create. And then, enter a name or email. So, sino lang yung gustong mag-join. So, yung name ni Revista, gusto natin siyang join dyan. Add people. And then, click add. So, kita ninyo yung parang may lock icon. That is a sign na ito ay private channel. Kapag walang lock icon, that means this is a public channel. Basa yan lahat ng mga members. And dito sa baba, you have the option to collapse, kung sobrang haba na, no? Collapse the channel. Ayan. Expand. And dito sa baba, meron tayong option na mag-direct message or private message. Sa Facebook, ang term is PM, private message. Sa Instagram, ang term is DM. It means direct message. It's the same with Slack. DM din yung term na ginagamit. So, for example, gusto mo lang i-direct message si Revista, siya lang yung makakabasa niyan, walang iba talaga, kundi kayo lang dalawa. Hi. So, you can have that option to direct message them. Okay? Kasi although itong private na channel, private channel ito eh. So, ibig sabihin, merong ibang members na pwedeng i-add dyan. But yung direct message, kayo lang talagang dalawa. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So, sa direct message, you have an option to call them. Kunwari, pagod ka nang mag-type, gusto mong i-call sila. So, you can choose huddle, click that one, start a huddle or copy huddle link kung gusto nyo lang isend sa kanila. But if online naman sila, click nyo na agad yan. Ito yung call sign. Huddle yung term na ginagamit ng Slack. Once you click that, ayan, lalabas. You have an option to turn off. Okay, use your microphone. You have an option to turn off your microphone. Turn it on. Option to turn on and turn off the video. Share screen. Send a reaction. And mag-add kung sino yung, for example, meron kang gustong i-add sa call ninyo. 3 kayo or 4 kayo. And then, you also have the option to leave or close the call. So basically guys, it's almost the same as Facebook Messenger, yung ibang messaging apps. Pero, mas ginagamit lang itong Slack kasi nga mas nakakategorize yung mga chat. Ayan, oh. Pwedeng sa marketing, pwedeng sa payroll, random, mas nakakategorize siya. Kaya ito yung ginagamit ng mga client. But basically, it's all the same with the other messaging platform. Huwag niyo masyadong guluhin yung isip ninyo, no? Kasi hindi naman siya sobrang hirap. Masasanay lang kayo. Sanayan lang. Matututunan ninyo yung gamitin. And again, you have the option to download the app on your PC or on your phone. Okay, so I hope that's clear. And please use Slack, practice, and use Slack starting from now para hindi na kayo masyadong mag-adjust once na nagsimula na kayo mag-freelance.